Look around you. Your ceiling fan, your kid's toy car, your e bike, this drone, even a Tesla. What's common? All of them convert electricity into spinning, into rotation. How? The answer is 150 years old and it's called the DC motor. Today, I will show you how a battery and two magnets can spin forever. Let's start. A DC motor has only five parts, nothing more. First, stator magnets, north and south. They give a permanent magnetic field. Second, armature coil, copper winding on a soft iron core. This is the part that actually rotates. Third, the brain, split ring commutator, two half rings. This will automatically reverse current. Fourth, carbon brushes. They rub on the commutator and feed current from the battery to the spinning coil. Fifth, the shaft. It takes the rotation out to your fan or wheel. Current path, it's simple. Battery, brush, commutator, coil, commutator, brush, battery. Let's understand Fleming's left hand rule. This is the rule that explains how a DC motor actually rotates. Use your left hand. Remember the mnemonic: left hand is for motor, right is for generator. Three fingers, three quantities. Your thumb represents force, the direction of motion or thrust. Your index finger represents magnetic field from north to south. Your middle finger represents current from positive to negative. Keep all three perpendicular to each other. Now let's apply this to a DC motor. On the left, we have the North Pole, on the right, the South Pole. So the magnetic field B flows from north to south. Inside, we have a rectangular coil. On the left side of the coil, current is flowing up. On the right side, current is flowing down. Apply Fleming's rule. On the left side, field is left to right. Current is up, so force is up. This is Lorentz force. F equals I cross B. On the right side, field is left to right. Current is down, so force is down. One side up, one side down. This creates a torque. The coil starts to rotate, and as the coil rotates, the commutator reverses the current direction to keep the rotation continuous. The magnitude of this force is given by F equals ILB sin theta. This force produces rotation, and rotation produces mechanical work. That's your DC motor. Step 1: 0 degrees. Current goes down on the right, up on the left. Force creates clockwise torque. Rotation begins. 90 degrees. Step 2: coil is vertical, torque is minimum, but inertia carries it forward. Step 3: 180 degrees. The trick: if we did nothing, forces would now reverse and it would stop. But exactly 180 degrees, the split ring commutator swaps the contacts. The brush that was on A is now on B. Current inside the coil reverses, so the force that was trying to pull it back now pushes it forward again. Torque stays clockwise. Step 4: 270 degrees. Again vertical, again inertia carries it, and we return to 0 degrees. Every half turn, commutator is equal to automatic switch. Without it, you have a useless twitch. With it, you have a continuous rotation. That's why DC motor is called a DC motor. Now two types you see in market. On left, brushed DC motor, mechanical commutation. Brushes rub, sparks come, cheap, 70 to 80% efficient, used in toys, drills, car wipers, needs maintenance. On right, BLDC, brushless DC motor, no brushes, a small electronic controller, and ESC does the commutator job electronically. No sparks, 85 to 95% efficient, lasts 10 times longer, used in drones, EVs, e bikes. And one final concept for toppers: back EMF. As motor spins faster, it acts like a generator. It creates a voltage opposite to battery. So back EMF increases with speed and current decreases. That's why motor takes huge current at start, zero back EMF, and low current when running. So today you have learned Lorentz force gives torque, commutator keeps it going, and back EMF control speed. If this clicked comment rotation, I'll send you the PDFs of these 5 slides. Next video, how we control its speed with PWM. So please subscribe to this channel to watch more videos.